What up, this your boy Boss. Welcome back to the channel. As always, I appreciate y'all coming through, kicking it with your boy, checking out the videos. Today, let me give you guys a little full fish room update of the fish room. We got some new fish. I set up some new tanks. We got new babies down here. It's a lot going on. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. All right, so we're going to go through, take a look at these tanks. We'll start over here at this African cichlid tank. These guys are hiding right now because I just recently raised a light up a little bit higher, and I think they just kind of scared, thinking some predators above them. So they spend a lot of time hiding inside of this driftwood, but they have been breeding like crazy. I have so many of these fry, and I'm really excited to keep this line going and growing them up. So hopefully I can get these guys out to the market and out to you guys so you can keep these guys in the hobby as well. I'm actually been getting so many babies. I just stripped a female yesterday. So we got tons of new baby fry right here. And I also got another breeder net full of some fry as well. So really good breeders. I've been getting tons and tons of babies out of them. And now while we down here, I will take a look at these orange swordtails. This is a line that I've been working with for like 2-3 years now. Really beautiful orange swordtail, super bright. These guys look amazing, like on a black background. They just pop so good. I actually just moved like 2 or 3 females out of here yesterday, so that way they can give birth. So hopefully we can get a lot more of these guys going, because I want to get them out to the market so you guys can enjoy these orange beautiful swordtails as well. So I'll keep you guys updated on them. They trying to come out a little bit. Just super timid right now. I just need to adjust this light, and I think they will be okay. Now let's take a look at this tank. This is my tuxedo swordtail breeding tank. You can see we got these stir-by cories in here, one of my favorites, and they've been breeding like crazy. I've been finding so many of these little stir-by cory eggs in here. I haven't pulled them and tried to like hatch them myself, but they've been breeding like crazy. We got tons of these tuxedo swordtails, and I got a female that's actually in her little nursery tank right now, getting ready to give birth. You can see we got a couple little fry right here swimming around. And then it's probably like another 6 or 7 cories hiding inside this little rock pile I got going on. And this rock pile has been working really good because they go inside of here, breed, lay their eggs, and in the morning I come out and I be seeing a bunch of eggs like out in the substrate that they didn't ate or something like that, or the swordtails and got to. So the breeding has been working. I just got to focus more on it to really get some fry out of these guys. But I love this stir-by cory. It's one of my favorite cories down here in the fish room. Another little guy in there. But yeah, it's doing good. This tank is pretty much ran off of just this horn wort. I got a little bit of air running to it, but it's pretty much no filter. It's just the plants, and that's what's doing all the work in this aquarium, and it's doing really good. So hopefully, after this female drop, we can have probably like another 100 of these little tuxedo swordtails. So super excited about that. Just waiting for them to get it going. Over here to my community tank. Really starting to really like this aquarium. I'm going to go out to the store and buy just a bunch of community fish from gouramis, a bunch of different type of tetras, just a bunch of different type of community fish. We're going to just pile them up in here and make like a really cool community tank. But the plants have been growing really well. Got quite a few different little plants in here. It's been doing really good. Look at this roseline shark. I love these. One of my favorite aquarium fish right here. Super nice. I did put in some swordtails, so I got these females right here. That's the male right here. So I added like 3 of these swordtails in here, and I think I also got this other swordtail. I've had this boy for probably like 3 years now. I don't have any more females for him, but I'm hoping that maybe he can kind of cross with these guys, and we can kind of see what we can get out of them. So we'll see what's going on. But I think there's some giant Daniels in here. There's some Serpe tetras. There's some Harling and Rasbours. Just a few different types of fish in here. But I want to add just even more community fish and just tons of plants to this tank. And I think it'll be a super, super dope little aquarium. But for right now, it's doing really good. Now let's check out over here at this 55-gallon that's housing my Congo tetras. This is definitely my top favorite fish down here in the fish room, and that's just because of the color. Like, look at these fish. This is it's low lighting. There's nothing crazy going on. You can see how colorful and beautiful these fish are, especially in the morning time. When I come out here in the morning and turn the lights on to feed, these males be just like so colored up, looking like a rainbow, because they be trying to spawn with the females. Now I only got 2 females. I need to get more. It's just that a lot of pet stores don't even sell females because most people are interested in the males. That's pretty obvious how beautiful these guys are. But I want to get more females so I can really try to spawn these guys, because I know how to get these in large quantity, but I would love to breed them in my fish room so that way I can make sure that the quality is at the best. But these guys are amazing. I added a bunch of more crypts to here. These guys, this crypts has been growing really good. You can see those little Julie Corys back there. I think I got like 3 of those in here. Hopefully they try to spawn or something. We'll see how things go. But the crypts has been growing really good. I've been using a lot of root tabs. I've been dosing the tank. It's been doing really, really good. But these Congo tetras are crazy, bro. Look at that. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Down here, we got pretty much my Molly tank right here. We got tons of different type of Mollies in here, and they have been breeding like crazy. We got tons of babies. You can see all type of babies back here. And if you look in the hornwork, it's just tons of little babies hanging out in the hornwork. So this is a tank that I'm just letting these guys breed, and I want to be able to offer the market a lot of different beautiful assorted mollies. So that's what this tank is right now. I think there might be a few little guppy babies in here growing up, but very simple tank, low maintenance tank. Don't really do nothing to it. Just let the fish do what they do. See that female hanging out in the hornwork. Hopefully she's finna drop some babies, but you can just see fry all throughout the plants. And I really like these blue ones though. They're really kind of pretty. And that male, he been chasing the other blue female a lot. So hopefully we can get some more of those blue ones, because I really like those a lot. But it's going to be like a mix assorted molly. So you never know what you're going to get out of that tank. Now, over here, I don't know if I showed you guys, but I just recently redid this aquarium. And I'm talking about, this is one of my favorite tanks. I just come down here, I just sit and look at this tank. I added a bunch of more rock, so the scape is a lot taller. And behind all this rock is a lot of different caves, a lot of terracotta pots and stuff, so that way these fish can go in and just hang out. 'Cause a lot of these fish in here are either rock dwellers, swell dwellers, or cave spawners. So we got quite a few fish in here. We got our multis over here. This is kind of like their little territory. You can see some of the babies are out and about. You can kind of see one down here, another one, but they got a nice little colony going. Then we have these guys, which are the Dickerfields, and they are looking amazing. But you can see that little cave back there. It's like a big old seashell that they're kind of hanging out in. We got the brevises, which are amazing, and they kind of more of a shell dweller type of fish. You can see they kind of stay out here in the front. And we also got these transcripts in here as well. I've had this fish right here for probably like 5 years, and I don't have a big colony of them. I only have just like 1 or 2 of these, so I need to get some more transcripts so that way I can breed these guys. Now we do have the blue tips in here as well. I think I added about 10 of them, or like 7 of them the other week, and they have been doing amazing. I just tried to put some food in here so they will come out, but if you just sit back and throw some food in here, they come out. It's just a beautiful, beautiful sight. So I'll do like a fish room feeding video so you guys can really see these guys interact with each other, because it's just an amazing tank. All different types of Lake Tanganyika fish in here, but those guys are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fish. And they just hang out all day. Now, over here, this is one of my recently set up tanks. I did a video on, it's the 55-gallon. I do think I am going to change the background to black, because I think it just kind of washes out the tank a little bit. And I think with a black background, it'll make all this stuff pop. But the plants has been doing amazing. Everything's been doing great. And we also added in some new fish. So I got 4 of these electric blue acaras. You can see these little boys. So these guys are pretty small. It's a small little juvenile fish. And there's also probably like 6 or 7 panda cories in here. You can see some over here hanging out. We got like 6 or 7 little panda cories in here, and they're doing good. So my idea with this tank is to put smaller fish in here, and I want this tank to be like a tank that we all can sit back and watch and mature, from the plants, from the hardscape, from the whole ecosystem, and also watch the fish grow as well. And then eventually we're going to be breeding these electric blue cars. This is a really good line. A lot of electric blue cars don't look as good, but this is a really good line. So got 4 of them. I know where to get more if I need to, but for right now we got 4. We're gonna grow them out and see what turns into it. Now I am going to add some more fish to this tank. I'm thinking maybe some type of dither fish, or maybe like some rainbow fish, something in here that can kind of swim in the mid water column, give us some color. But we'll see. I'm still debating on exactly what I want to put in here. But for right now, we just got these little electric blue cars, and you cannot go wrong with electric blue cars. Just a beautiful fish. The plants has been growing really good. It's doing really good. Just can't wait to see it mature. But this is one of those tanks where I just want to be patient and just watch it mature over time, and you guys will be able to see that as well. Now back here, this is where all the good stuff happens. This is where a lot of my breeding goes on. This is my peacock tank right here. You guys have seen these fish quite a bit, but this male, like, he's just beautiful, beautiful male. I actually got a female holding right here. So I need to kind of put her in a breeder box so that way she don't be stressed out, the male trying to chase her so much. But I got a batch already that I'm growing up, but I just want to get way more of these guys. So hopefully the next few months I can have hundreds of these, so I can get these guys out to the market as well. Because look at this male, though. Like, that male is insane. Just beautiful fish, beautiful, beautiful fish. But these guys are doing great. Now back here to the back part. Oh, matter of fact, first I'm gonna show y'all Jeffrey. Where you at, Jeffrey? There Jeffrey go right there. Let's get some better light on Jeffrey so you guys can see him. There you go. There Jeffrey hanging out, and it's also have some of these little guppies in here as well, which he hasn't killed yet, which I'm surprised. He's really a chill little betta fish though, but I like Jeffrey. So he's hanging out in here. This is like my little plant farm. I just put all my little trimmings and clippings of plants in here, let them continue to grow, and then whenever I need to plant a tank or do something, I just go in here and grab. But Jeffrey is doing good. Now over here, you probably guys remember, but this space used to be pretty much empty right here. I got my refrigerator, but I went ahead and built this little makeshift stand right here. With a center block, a piece of wood, and connected it to the stand over here. You would think that it wouldn't be sturdy, but this thing is super sturdy. But I went ahead and put a 20 long up here, and it's housing all my little Endler guppies. This is a line that I've been working on, and it is a nice little line. You can see how pretty those males are. Really pretty males, and we just got tons of fry. Let me just go like this. And you can see all the little fry, but there's tons of little fry in here. And then we also planted this tank really good. So we got some Amazon swords, we got some Anubias in here. This is like a, there's some type of sword. I can't think of the name, but I love how it looks with those them leaves, like that purplish red on there. Just beautiful, and it's already starting to grow. This is a new leaf right here, so it's doing really good. I put a lot of root tabs in this tank as well. And then back here we got some Pogostemma in the back. I think there's another Anubias in the back as well. But just a nice, cool little Endler guppy. Simple, breed like crazy, don't eat their babies. Just another great fish. Now down here, this is a 10-gallon that I set up. Now we're not going to be able to see the fish because I haven't even been able to see them since I put them in here. But this is my Carbensi tank. I put a pair of Carbensis in here. And I can kind of see the male right there. That's this little nook. They kind of hang up inside that driftwood right there. But this is for Carbensis. I'm going to be breeding these guys. One thing about Carbensis, if you give them somewhere to hide, they will hide. So I don't see these guys very often, but that's a good thing. I want them to get comfortable. I want them to breed so that way we can have tons of Carbensi babies down here. So we'll see how this project unfolds over the next month or so and see if we can get some fry out of them because that will be nice. Now over here, we got this 40 breeder as with these blue fryer eyes. You can see the male right here. Nice little male. Still young juvenile male. Hasn't really got his full color. think I got these guys maybe like a week or two ago, but they are doing great. So hopefully I can keep feeding him really good food, and he can start to get bigger, start to really get that blue in him. But he got tons of females for his choice, and I think it might be another like non-dominant male in here as well. So we're going to just keep feeding these guys, growing them out, and hopefully we can get this line going. We can get tons of babies out of them as well. Now down here to this 40 breeder, this is just a tank full of just tons of baby African cichlids. So we got some zebra oblique ones in here, and there's also some yellow lab babies in here as well. Let me just pan through. You can kind of see how many fry is in here. It's just probably over 100. They do a good job of hiding inside this rock work. But I put a little bit of food in here so that way they'll come out. You guys can be able to see them. But tons of little babies. So just growing these guys out, and then I'll have these guys available on the market as well. Got this tank empty up here. I'll show you guys why here in just a second. This tank is empty. Over here, I finally got a male Turkana. This is my female that I always had, and I got another subdominant female here as well, but I had picked up a nice male, and time to really start breeding these guys so that way I can have them. I love this fish. Now you can tell the difference between this guy is like more of a darker red, but this female is just crazy. Look how beautiful she are. Now I'm not sure if there's different species or just like the gene is that strong, because I do have seen some that are really nice, like oranges, red like this, and you get some that are like this guy or that big male I just showed you. So I want to try to breed these fish to kind of get this color out of them. So we'll see how it goes. So just got, I think it's a trio in here right now. So we'll see what happens. I think only been in here for probably like 24 hours, the male. So hopefully we can get some fry out of them. Because that would be amazing. I love this fish. It's like one of my favorite fish. I mean, look at it. It's just insanely beautiful. Insanely beautiful. Down here, this is right now a shrimp breeding tank, and I had a female here. She must have got out, but this is a shrimp breeding tank. So there's tons of red cherry shrimp in here. You don't see them obviously, but there is also like some little baby guppies in here. But there's some red cherry shrimp, and there's some bristlenose plecos in here breeding. You can see one of the shrimp right here. But yeah, there's tons of cherry shrimp. Like they're just so small right now. They just had a batch, so it's tons of little small ones. So just breeding cherry shrimp, and then I just use these tanks to kind of grow out babies or whatever, put them in breeder nets, and so I can just have more fish in one tank. For example, like this one right here. This is a tank I'm growing out a bunch of grass guppies in here, tons and tons. It's probably like 100 guppies in here as well. But there's also a orange swordtail female. I put them in these little breeder nets like this, and she's able to give birth, and the babies fall through, and you get 100% success rate when it comes to getting fried. Maybe I'll make a video one day to show you guys how to make these super simple. But we also have some African cichlid babies in here. This is some of the babies from the first African cichlid tank. This is kind of like the first generation I got from them. And then also in here, there is some albinos. These are the albino peacocks that I just showed you guys. They're their little babies. So things are moving in the right direction. Just love breeding fish. I love it. And there's also some bristlenose plecos in here as well. I think I got a male and female here as well. But nope, babies out of them just yet. All right, over here, this 40 breeder, I just put in this group of peacocks that I got. You can see that male, he's looking really good. Really good, actually. I think it's like a red, German red. I'm not 100% sure. The guy I got him from, he didn't want them. He just gave this whole group to me, but he really didn't know exact species. But he says like a German red, but I don't know, maybe you guys in the comment section can let me know exactly. But you can see how beautiful that male is. He got tons of females. And I actually just stripped a female yesterday, so we got some nice new wigglers in here. So just another great line of fish that I'm going to continue to breed and make great. But that's a nice little male right there. Now over here, and I haven't even checked on this tank today, but this is my bristlenose pleco breeding, my albino bristlenose. You can see my long fin female here. Then I have a regular fin male. And I've been breeding these guys for a few years now. The male is actually sitting on some fresh wigglers. If I had a light, I would show you guys. But he's sitting on some fresh wigglers right now. And actually, while we're here, you can see some of their babies. This is a spawn I just got about a month ago. And these guys are growing so fast and doing so well. I think I got about 12 of them in here. And I counted about at least 40 babies in here. So I need to, as soon as he kick them out, as soon as they're ready to go, I'm moving these guys up to that tank up there that I was just showing you guys. And we're gonna start growing that next batch of bristlenose plecos out. But I love breeding plecos. Just one of my favorite things to breed. You can see all this food down here. I feed them a lot of algae. I feed these guys a lot. The temperature is, I think that I keep the temperature around like high 80s, and I just get them to spawn on cue. It's like I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to do water changes, nothing. They just spawn on cue. But super prolific breeders. But yeah, over here, this is my little grow out tank. We got our little baby bristlenoses in here, albinos, and there's also some Lima babies, which these are the parents up here. Let's get some better light on them. Come over here, guys. There they go. That's the male. That's the female. See if we can get the male. They're the male right here. It's a beautiful live bear. They call like a Lima. I don't know the full scientific name on them, but it's a beautiful live bear. And we got quite a few babies out of them, and he's already been trying to spawn with her, so I'm sure I'll have another batch of these probably in the next 30, 40 days. Should have another, but I got about 40 of them in here growing out with these bristlenose plecos. And there's also some peacock babies in here from another tank in my office that I'm breeding some peacock African cichlids. So more fry. Over here, we got my big tuxedo swordtail female. She is sitting in this breeder box waiting to give birth, so I'm just waiting for her to decide when she wants to go. I've been inducing her, feeding her a lot of live food to encourage her to give birth. But a lot of time with these big old swordtails, they can die after birth, so you want to make sure you feed them a lot of live food before or frozen food, and then make sure you feed her really good after she gives birth because they can die being this old. So waiting, hopefully we get 100 of these out of them. Hopefully we do. Now up here, this is my guppy tank, which I don't really get any spawns out of these guys. I'm probably gonna move these to the community tank and then do something different with this tank. But these are just some nice little guppies that I have. Beautiful little fish. Beautiful. But yeah, that's the gist of what's going on right now. Got a couple tanks down at the bottom that I'm working on that I need to get going. Down here, we do have my big, beautiful Vieja. You can see how beautiful he is. And there's some fire mouths in here. I got a nice group of fire mouth cichlids, and I do want to breed them. I just don't have the tank space just yet. But we do have my big, beautiful Vieja in here as well, hanging out. And the lighting not the best on this tank. Otherwise, he would just look amazing. Now, while we're here, we am going to start setting up this aquarium right here. This is a 45-gallon. We're going to turn it into like a black water tank. I got some crazy driftwood. I got this long piece of like artificial driftwood here. We're going to turn that into something crazy. I also just set up this little Palencia type tank right here for growing out. Probably end up putting all the albino fry in here because it's a dimmer tank. So I'll probably end up putting all those in here. Now, let's head into the office. Turn his lights on. This is the 120-gallon aquarium. This is my show tank. This is where all the magic happens. This is where all the fish that I love. Well, I love all my fish, but these where my babies are. But we got the angels, the black angels. We got this little koi type. I'm not exactly sure what type of angel that is, but beautiful. And then this boy right here. Look at that fish. Just insane. Insane. And then down here we got all our bichers looking good. Our heckalize. Just beautiful. I am going to buy some more heckalize. I just found where I can get some for a good price. I'm going to buy quite a few of these heckalize so I can grow them out and sell them later on down the line. Beautiful fish. Just a beautiful fish. But this tank is chilling right now. These guys is ready to eat. I haven't fed this tank today, so they about ready. Oh, you can actually see right in the crack of that wood, you can see my little spotted Raphael cat. He done got bigger too. I never see that fish, so that's exciting to see. And then we got the flag festivals, which are looking really colored up right now. So hopefully we can get some spawn out of them. You can see how light they're looking. Most of the time they're like a really dark color, but they're looking really good right now. Not even gonna cap. Over here, probably can't see these fish, but I get up close. This is my peacock breeding tank. Look at that male. I don't have the lights on this tank right here, but this is a peacock breeding tank, and I get a lot of babies. I actually have some really cool stuff. I haven't even showed y'all this really, but I'll give you guys an update once I really get that tank going. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the update. Appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, always coming through, showing love, staying consistent with me. Next video, I'll probably do like a feeding video, and then we're going to be setting up another couple tanks. So I appreciate y'all. Stick around, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out of here.